Ask Dan Schneider. On this Dan Schneider, I'm going to be answering a general question over the years, and that's why am I so upset about the lack of support for great artists or great writing? And I could answer that one, and I've been asked this, as I said, dozens, if not hundreds of times, because a month or two ago, I remember seeing an ad or seeing something online for like Special Olympics or the Paralympics, and I find those kinds of things kind of silly because you're not talking about the best of the best. Who cares who can, wheelchair the fastest? You want to know who can run the fastest, who can jump the highest. You also don't care about people who, if they can just do a work of art and, oh, they painted a little painting and it sucks. Because the reality is you do something to be the best. And one of the problems society has is that it has devoted so much of its resources to the people at the bottom. Now, I'm not saying that people who are retarded, people who are injured, people who are ill, people who are dying, people in hospices should not get relief. But there is so much money spent, for example, in our educational system for the dumbest people. And the excuses are made that they're autistic or they're this or they're that. The reality is most people are not going to be that bright. Very little is paid attention to and very little support is given to those people at the very top, the kids in the arista classes, the honors classes, but even more so than those that just are good at conforming and having high grades, or those that are really creative. The problem is that we do not have teachers that have an ability to understand and pick out those really best students. We have inferior teachers. Now, one should be able to recognize this, at least, that something is beyond them. But this is where the human ego gets in the way. And so what happens is people who are great at things, especially in the arts or sciences, but especially the arts, are often neglected. They're often thought of as the odd kid off in the corner. They do not get the support financial. They do not get the emotional support. They do not get the backing. The government does not spend enough money on them as it does on just getting, say, a retarded child to learn how to tie his shoelaces or go to the bathroom properly. This is wrong. This is ultimately self-defeating, and this is where society is going wrong. So my belief is that we should pay more attention to the people who have great ability. I have in the past tried to focus on people with great ability in my endeavors on Cosmoetica, on these YouTube videos that I make, all the different forms. But society needs to do that, and until it does, we are going to be in a tough situation. So anyway, that is my opinion on why we need to support greats in any field and in any system rather than the bottom, because these are the people that will lead the future. These are the people who will make the future. It's not the people who simply just want to feel good about themselves because they can do the things that most of the rest of us can do in our sleep. So that's another Ask Dan Schneider, and I'll have another one soon.